Hey everybody, today is the big day. After pre-ordering this about a year and a half ago, my 2022 Hutch Trick Star reproduction frame and fork set arrived today, and I couldn't be more excited to open this thing up. I've been waiting a long time. But before I open it, I just wanted to share a little bit of the background on why this is so special to me. First, in the context of the nostalgic neighborhood, really doesn't get any more nostalgic than this for me. I wanted to share this little photo of a buddy and me. So this is around 1986 or so. He on the left had a custom GT Pro Performer, and me on the right, I had a crappy Walmart Huffy Sigma bike, and we rode these bikes everywhere. All the kids in our neighborhood had BMX bikes, and it was pretty much the center of our lives back then. This is how we got around. We went on adventures, we explored, we did tricks. If you didn't know where your friends were, you'd ride around the neighborhood until you saw the pile of bikes outside. This was kind of like our version of social media back in the day. So for us, bikes were where it's at, and so this is major memories for me. Even back then, even though he had the best bike on the block, all of us really dreamt of having one of these Hutch Trick Stars. We would go up to the grocery store and look at the BMX magazines and see those and all the ads, and just really wanted one, but they were so expensive. There was no way even he was going to get one of those. So all these years later, I'm excited. I finally get to have my childhood dream come true. So that's the backstory. Let's open this up and take a look. Okay, so after waiting 37 years or so, this is it, man. This is it. So I'm really excited. Got a knife. I'm gonna open this package up and let's see what is inside. All right, it is open. Here we go. It's a pink frame and fork set. Let's pull it out of the vinyl here. It's got a, rubber protection for the bottom bracket. One of them fell off in the bag, but that's all right. Yeah, so this is it. Taking a quick look over. To me, it looks pretty good. The welds, I think, are good. There was some concern online, but these look pretty solid to me. So yeah, this is it. Awesome. So yeah, I don't know, some of the highlights. It's got American, this is old school geometry from the 80s. It's got an American bottom bracket. Its head tube is for a 1-inch threaded fork. See what else. It's got the old frame standers. There's a few differences between this reproduction and the era correct ones. We'll go over that in a couple of minutes. But yeah, first glance, this thing is sweet. I'm stoked. Yeah, I don't see any major imperfections. No big scratches or anything like that. Stickers look solid. I'm happy. I'm very happy. All right, let's set that down and check out the forks. Let's see here. All right, forks. Forks look good. Got the integrated pegs, the really thick dropouts. Yeah, forks look good too. So yeah, let me kind of set this up and I'll take the camera off the tripod and we can kind of get a closer look. Okay, let's take a closer look at some of the details here. We'll kind of zoom in and scan, look at some of the welds and the paint quality. Kind of my quick scanning through, I don't see any issues. This looks really good to me. The welds do not look bad. And the paint is good, it's smooth, there's no clumpy spots. Color is amazing. I'm happy with the quality, the outcome of this. This is great. So this is meant to be a replica of an 80s Hutch Trick Star. There were planned to be a couple of differences. One being that the font on the brake bridge was supposed to be a little bit smaller on these reproductions to make it easy to tell the difference. And then the style of the serial number is a little bit different. But other than that, there is one kind of gotcha that's got a little bit of drama online, is the standing platform and how far the ends overhang from the supports. So ideally the American version of this frame, this was a little bit in and there was more overhang. The Japanese version looked very similar to this, and a lot of people love the Japanese bikes. So to me, I'm happy. This is cool. The other thing is I do believe the original versions had sort of like a hole in the end of each of those platform extensions. But otherwise, it looks great to me. So yeah, this extension, they call it the Starship Enterprise. Woody Idson, apparently when he was working on the design, that's how he described it to the designers. He didn't think he needed a standing platform to go all the way up like the Haro Freestyler, and he didn't really want these to kind of bend down. So his vision was something more like the Starship Enterprise. And apparently these frame standers were his idea too, that he liked this kind of big loop tail because he could get his foot in there. This was before they had pegs back in the day, and apparently they used some old cages from the pedals and welded those on the back so that he could get some support. And then also the kind of, I don't know what you call these, pegs or the fork standers here on the front. These are a little bit more of the shorter size. They came in different sizes and kind of locations. Apparently this was the most common, so that's what Hutch went with on this reproduction. So it's not an exact, but it is pretty darn close to me. It looks good. My 1986 version of myself could have cared, couldn't care any less. It looks awesome, so I'm happy. Thanks, John at Hutch, for making this happen. This is really cool. Okay, so that's it. The Hutch 2022 reproduction Trick Star in Hutch Pink. I'm really excited about this. I've waited a long time, basically 37 years since I was a little kid, and I couldn't be happier with this. So next steps for me, I do still need handlebars, a seat post, pedals, and a stem. I'm hoping to get all those from Hutch here pretty soon. These frames, pre-orders are all shipping out right now. They should be shipped out in a few weeks. And then after that, they're going to be made for, the rest of the parts made for sale on the website. So hopefully I'll be able to start building this thing in a few weeks. Also, I think there are a few remaining Trick Star frames available from the pre-order. So by mid-April or so, if you're seeing this before then keep your eye open on the website because you might still have a chance to pick one up. Yeah, so that's that. So if you're interested in sticking around a couple more minutes, I'll show you my parts that I've collected so far. This is my build box. I made this kind of design just for, I don't know, just being stupid. It's something fun to do to kind of keep me occupied over the last couple of years while I collected all of this. I'm going to go with the pink and white theme, the classic 80s style. For brakes, I've got dia-compe 883, the Nippon style. Yeah, this is classic, can't go wrong with those. Seat, I've got a Kashi Max, the white. Had to pick this up from Australia. This is the style that the original Hutches had, or at least Amy tri-grips. Those are the classic, can't go wrong with those. I got the Tech 6, I think these are Tech 6 levers. I didn't want to go with the newer Tech 77. I wanted something a little bit more period correct, so I went with those. Everything in here is new reproduction except for these. So I've got an ACS rotor here. It's kind of in pieces because I've cleaned it up. And then I have the headset cup on the top. So you need this to replace the headset you normally use because it's got the little piece for the brake cable to go through. For cranks and chain wheel, I'm going with the Redline Flights Classics. If you're not going to fork out the money for the Hutch or Profiles, then you go with these. And I did get some titanium bolts to keep it a little bit more old school looking instead of the black ones they come with. And then it's got the more modern black and red logo there. And I've got some reproduction stickers that look more like the old school style. So I'm excited about that. And to go with them, I have a Flight chain wheel, Redline chain wheel. This also I picked up, had to order from Australia. I don't know why they don't have them here in the US. Pretty happy with it, although the laser engraving isn't quite as deep as I would have liked. But all in all, I can't really complain. So that's going to look awesome. I've got one of the Hutch American bottom bracket sets that I got off Hutch's website. So that'll go on there. Oh, I've got chrome seat guts for the seat. Just the classic old school white cool stop brake pads. What else? White brake cables. Oh yeah, we got some white Kenda K55 tires, and of course with those be going with the white Tough 2 Skyway mags. Got an ACS Pause freewheel 16 tooth. What else? Dia-compe seat post clamp. Got just a generic white and nickel chain. And then I guess kind of finishing touches. Obviously you got to do the pink dice caps, valve caps, and the pink checkerboard donuts. So that's it. So I've got a few pieces left, but other than that, I'm almost ready to build this. I cannot wait. So if you want to follow along and see what happens next, then maybe consider subscribing. I will build all this on the video, so I can't wait to get started. So yeah, thanks for following along. I really appreciate it. Bye.